Hello everybody, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. In our last stream, we finally met the Wild Pines negotiator, Joyce Messier. We had an interesting talk with her, and it seems she's roped us into investigating whether or not the Union is funding its strike by dealing illegal drugs. Good thing for a pair of cops to investigate, but first things first, Kim's gone to bed. So, we got some boots to decorpse. I've been itching to get my hands on these for a while, too. Wonder why it won't let me drink the wine. Like I'm clicking the right stick. Says it has 3 uses, but maybe because I'm already drunk, and that's what that icon down there is. Huh. Okay. Police work is tough. Take breaks. Talk to strangers. Explore. Do all these things. I don't think we need to be carrying around the bottle. Alright. Kim's gone to bed. Ain't nothing left to do now but rob us a dead guy. Got those boots I've been staring at since the start of the game. I haven't gotten into a single fight yet, and I'm like 6 streams in. I think I'm close to like 10 hours I've been doing this, and I haven't even gotten into a single fight. This is the most pacifist game I've played on this channel since I started streaming. And I'm fucking loving it. It's just a really well-told story. Alright, you.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines.
Alright. Well, let's try to get these boots again.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
Wow, Kuno's little sneak peek's back for the booty.
I see what you did there, Kuno.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Okay. What about the other one?
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two.
That just seems a bit too rough. Like, we don't want to mutilate the body. It still needs to be sent off. We just want the boots. Step on the corpse. Why do I just have a vision of him gas pedaling the corpse to get the boots? Both of those just sound like I'm gonna walk away with legs and then have to find out how to get the legs out. This doesn't sound the best either, but it sounds the easiest. So let's see what happens.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Well, that's definitely going to... you.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puko style.
The hell is Puko style, lady?
Hell, keep at it, pig.
Okay, how badly did I fuck up the corpse?
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the whirling have a kitchen?
Oh dear. Hey Gart, can I wash these boots in your kitchen sink? Oh no. Okay. I don't think these boots, better yet, don't even think, don't smell these boots. Better yet, don't even think about them. Unless it's to think about how you're going to get them clean, that is. For now, they're unsellable, unwearable, and just downright disgusting. Just check quests. Sing karaoke. Keep searching for the collar. This might take some time. Keep asking Joyce about reality or return later. She'll be here whenever you need the info. I'm gonna do that soon, actually. Victim's clothes were in the trash out back, neatly folded. Well, yeah, it did say I unspooled them when I got them, so yeah. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling's trash? Also may take a while. Gart told me, okay. So I guess they'll show up tomorrow or something? Well, gotta call Alice back for info on the armor tomorrow, I guess. Getting the hangman's boots. In order to succeed, body has to be down, the autopsy has to be finished, Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. This will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to processing without getting a hold of the boots. Well, I got him. So, I'm happy about that. Wash the boots in a kitchen somewhere. Oh my god, is this gonna be a stream of me, like, trying to wash the boots? Ask about the tattoo's possible meaning. Police officers get briefed about cases. Okay, so I should actually get him to tell me about the case. I'll talk to him about it tomorrow. Got a 5 in communism and a 5 in ultra-liberal and a 3 in moralist. 0 in fascist, so I'm kind of sticking... Yeah. Wouldn't necessarily consider myself to be ultra-liberal, but then again, this game is satirical. But anyway. Interview the union boss. Enter the harbor, seek the audience with the local Depardieu's union leader Everard Clare. Need to ask him about the murder in his district. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll also see about that. And that. Okay, we got the legs now. We know where the head's in the lake, because we know Kuno kicked it in there, he told us. And apparently some girl in a different town is running around with the arms right now. Oops. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredient. Yeah, that's the drug thing. Find 20 real a day and smokes. Cool. You know what? Before we go any further, I'm saving that. Wonder where I can get these decorpsed. You, gardener, before I go to trouble Gart, do you know where I can get these
I
decorpsed?
can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
It's so late and you're still here?
I'm a nighthawk. What can I say?
She flashes a smile. Well, that makes two of us. This is why I stream so late, so often.
Odd. There's a little meanness in that smile.
Huh. Well, I have to run. I wonder. Because I know there was a loading screen that said after 2 a.m. everyone's gone. Wonder if she'll still be there after 2. Well, I might be running around trying to find a place to wash all this stuff, so... See if I talk to Guard about this. If not, I'm just gonna walk into the Whirling's kitchen and use it.
Can I help you?
No.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Alright, well, let's see what kind of cleaning supplies they have then. Master Chef out. Leave.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge.
Good. Soap! That's exactly what I need. Pour lots of dish soap into the pot. These boots are really disgusting. Pour some dish soap and the bottle of white vinegar into the pot.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Death boots! I like it. Let's add some water and the boots to the pot and bring it all to a nice boil.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Wait.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Wait some more.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too.
Sorry, Gart.
Just like beef stew.
A little more.
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Dump the socks in the flesh stew and examine your new boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Master Chef out. Yeah. Does that mean I get to wear them now? Now, if I remember from what they said about the security guard, they go under the pants. So I could effectively wear these under my clothes. Is that what they're saying? And Kim won't even notice. These greaves are light as feathers and just a tad too big for you, but don't let that bother you. With these on, you look like some kind of future warrior, and they'll keep you safe if you accidentally shoot yourself in the foot, so worth it. +2 to authority, put your foot down. -1 to composure, shoes too big to fill. Oh.
You look down at the white red ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I'll be responsible with this. It's just to protect me from harm, not to show off. Decked out in future armor, like a cop ought to be.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
Yeah, I want that full suit. This gear could line my pockets with some cash. Probably could sell it to some other cops. This is the long sought after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it. I don't know about that, but I know I definitely want the full suit.
It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor. Figure out its vulnerabilities. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Hey everybody, check out my new boots. Yeah! Fuck right. I wonder if Kim's gonna say anything if he sees me wearing them. Yep, my old snakeskins were darlings, but, Also, I should heal my morale. Derealization. 2 hours, 16 minutes. -1 to savoir-faire, hard move. 3.5 hours. Really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it, shooting yourself. Let's see. I need another skill point. God damn it. I thought I'd be putting skill points in this. I'm putting them all in thoughts. 10 experience points away. I could just like wait until the morning and talk to Kim and just get an easy 10 experience points through just ticking the checkbox of getting him to explain the case to me. Wonder what the Kuno will have to say now with me wearing these boots.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? You're testing Kuno's.
Get lost!
Huh.
Kuno's Kuno pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
Oh god.
Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Ah!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the
Help!
questions.
He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in there, Kuno! Somebody, please!
shut him down. I'm no longer drunk. If only I were drunk, I'd have physical instrument. Nope. Oops.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Ouch, my fucking arm. And my fucking knee. Hold it together and try to say nothing.
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the Kuno? Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
He's writhing with joy, like the power you gave him is too much to take.
The whole charade was about to establish its dominance over you. It's safe to say he has succeeded.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
Oh God, do something quick. They're gonna start that again.
Do you have any idea of the shit you just got yourself into, kid?
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
He's clearly still in awe of himself right now. Meanwhile, I was just on the ground pulling a Peter Griffin, just being like, ah. That was not good.
Kuno S is staring at Kuno with pride-filled eyes, almost forgetting your presence.
Well, I'm just gonna go this way. You know what? Let me... Okay, let me see something here. Ah. You know what? Let's back that up and try the Kuno scene again. And if I fuck that red check, I'm just gonna let it slide. But I'm gonna go in there drunk and see if I can actually get him, because that raises my physical. I noticed during the segment where I was supposed to do the roll that the alcohol thing had gone from my profile pic, so I was like, is the fact that was there why I couldn't use the alcohol when it was in my hand and I was trying to drink it in the hallway? Yeah. What? What is that? Yellow plastic bag. Freet. This plastic bag has Freet sick written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. Perfect place for a tear. Equip this to collect tear from the street. Oh, right, because you can equip a bag and, like, get bottles off the street for money. What's in here? guess that was said bottle. Oh, they're cans. Well, I can cash all this in. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Oh, it was a sea monster full of bullets, buddy. Oh, there's something by the... Oh, is it another can? Look at this. I was like, I'm gonna go try and punch Kuno in the face again. And then I start being a garbage collector. Spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Good delivery box. Box seems happy.
The box seems happy. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
I need better visual calculus for that, huh? Alright. Let's try this out for real. Glug. Hey, you!
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno's Kuno, pig? The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno!
Yes, yes,
Fuck
yes,
the
yes,
Kuno,
yes.
help!
Just answer the questions.
Escalate, Kuno!
Pigs in hurting Kuno! Somebody, please!
28% now. No. Oh, my self-esteem.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Pig!
The whole charade.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up!
Yeah.
You deserve
I'm just
this.
going with
Trying
what
to
I
show
said
your-
before.
Oh God, do something quick. They're gonna start that again.
You know, I'm just going to be humble. Just get back to it.
Kuno beat the shit out of the popo! Beat your fucking knee off!
Kuno S is staring at Kuno.
Okay. I'm definitely not playing a physically potent character in any way. Okay. What else is around here this late at night? This is gonna get me a bunch of money. Wine that? Some nighttime garbage collecting. You're still up, huh?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Where am I? Who are you?
Pale driver. Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you jolted her back to reality. Huh. Actually, I was hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Wait, what's so bad about the 50s? Where else would we be then? Or when else would you be then? You know what? I like that one the best.
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguero.
Who's Gabriel Buenguero? So I take
Until
it
you
were
came
in Mesk.
along, that is.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young? Sorry to interrupt your dreaming. Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
This is Gabriel Buenguero.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young, then?
Someone was.
Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Right. Well, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry behind her. Mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Huh. What are you hauling? Still don't really understand this whole Bodiero thing. Before I came, you seemed away. Show me the soles of your boots. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. Wow, that's just being really blunt about it. So is that, though, but, yeah, let's try throwing her off first.
What do you mean?
You were in a dream, inactive, tuned off.
Yes? What about it?
Okay, let's change the subject.
Hell dream is what it is.
She nods her head according to a rhythm known only to her, staring at a photo in her hands. Well, I still don't understand this whole boyadero thing?
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to on the Western Plain.
Boyadero. Boyadero. Gotcha.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
I've already got too many records to listen to as it is. Change of topic. You can never have too many records to listen to. That's my personal opinion.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Magritte, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
So he gives up his riding and settles down, right? I think I see where this is going. I really do.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
It's not where I thought this was going. Nod solemnly. A beautiful song. It's a terrible song. Yeah, no, I thought there was a murder coming in there, actually, personally, so. It is where I thought it was going. I'm sure it could be, you know, the best horror can make some of the best subject matter sometimes when we're talking about something that is used to evoke an emotional response. And good music should evoke an emotional response, even if it might be from something grisly, so.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
You want to take that last line again, lady?
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Well, can you show me the soles of your boots?
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
I guess that means sheriff. It's for important police business, ma'am.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Wait, you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro? These are not the boots I was looking for.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Jerife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
These are not the boots I was looking for.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
So what are you hauling anyway?
Diamonds.
Diamonds? Really?
Of course not. But
Okay.
wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Maybe. We'd have questions about where you got them, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
So you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Herife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
She closes her eyes in reverie.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if your cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
She knows a lot of characters from song, I guess.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Well, you seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs, then.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Interesting. It's not really what I was getting at. What could I get my hands on? Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? Okay, let me ask something else.
If you don't know,
She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. I really like this character.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
For the glory of the World Republic, liberation, spirit of the body.
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put it this way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Well, just going to be blunt, fine. You know, this is how I do my investigations when Kim ain't around.
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? She kind of already went over that, dude. You said earlier that you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat. The U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
She grins. Didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. Don't be that dumb. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Okay, well, if you're not involved with drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Because of the strike, obviously, but I'm gonna go with 2.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Going after, I think his name was Tom?
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay. If you're not involved in drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
Thank you for now then, pale driver.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Her voice trails off. I really like that character. Contains 13 bottles. That's not bad. It was a jam mystery. Did I tick anything off there? No, I just interrogated one driver. So I have 2 other drivers to interrogate. Ah, 6 communists now. Figured. Boring cop, sorry cop, and apocalyptic cop all have 1 point, and then superstar, I'm 9. Okay. Good cop, bad cop, 9. See? Walk around at night in a town like this, and you're bound to find someone interesting to talk to. Go around, damn it, I know I can. What the... Fine. What else do we got around here? Oh. Books appear to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Ooh. Take that. And that. Wow. They're just... Oh, I guess they respawn. Huh. Oh, I see. We're back here.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
+2. Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. But I still... And my conceptualization's 5, and that's still low. Wow. I guess I have to be more art copy. There you are.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
It's night. Don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
That's good. This way you can answer me some questions. Or why is that?
I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Well, I'll get that anyway.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Oof. Okay, I have no downsides from that. Yeah, what time's it? What are you?
What I am not is a basic term of reality.
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture.
Well, what times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Ahoy, Mr. Drew. You have caught me engaging in some late-night existentialism. First with an old lorry driver from Mesk, and now with this lady. The negotiator sent by Wild Pines. Too late for what, Ms. Messier?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. What's the big time?
The revolution.
And what is this revolution I keep hearing about? Oh, at some point when this comes up on my YouTube channel as well, Mr. Drew, you are definitely going to have to go back and watch the point where I totally embarrass myself in front of the drugged up 12-year-old kid who was throwing rocks at the body. Also, I got the corpse's boots. I'm wearing them. I even cleaned them of the corpse stench. I got them all decorpsed. It's great. But, yeah. What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
When was this kerfuffle? But, before I pick one of these, I just, like, this is something that I'm really appreciating about the way that the narrative keeps on looping back in this game. Like, I'm damn sure if I hadn't took the branch in the very first dialogue of the game, where the limbic system, there are ways, because I've done the intro to this game about 3 times, and each time, like, 2 unrecorded and then the one that I streamed. And each time I did it, I had a different conversation. And when I did it on stream, like, I had the limbic system going on about how the world is just evil apes on a giant ball duking it out. And, like, I guarantee you, if you don't have that conversation in the intro, like, I'm dead certain that option 1 would just not be there. Because you didn't have that thought earlier. Like, this game is clever enough, and it has been doing stuff like that, which is one of the things I really appreciate about it. Like, especially if you want to try other angles, or if you want to do, like, see what happens if you do a fascist playthrough. Like, there's just so much customization in how you can make this story flow, and it is so cool. Ooh, I'm glad to hear you're making another video, Mr. Drew. Side table for milk crates. What, to store milk crates or made out of milk crates? Anyway. Who got shot in the head? Who's got the mineral rights? I don't know. I think because we had that thought, like, there can be only one answer here, and it's answer number 1.
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare.
Whoa, she totally gets me. And the apes, were they evil? It totally is tying back to that conversation that you have with the limbic system at the intro. Yep. I am totally really starting to see why so many people, when this game initially came out in 2019, were like, this is game of the year material. It is the sleeper hit of the year. This is, because it's storytelling at its peak. And yeah. And the fact that it's a pure indie title too. Publisher and developer is the exact same people. I have never heard of anything else ZA/UM or Zaum or whatever they're called have done before. But if this is what they're doing already, I'm not even scratching the surface of this game yet, and I approve. I highly recommend getting this over Christmas, Mr. Drew. It is available on the PS4 and the PS5, so you can totally grab it. I grabbed it when it was on sale on Steam. It was $25. Usual price, it's about $53, $55, but from what I've seen, there are a couple of I haven't gone through them because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But there are a couple of long plays of it already on YouTube that are full end-to-end playthroughs, and the channels that did them, because it was a small file size upload, the shortest end-to-end run I've seen in this game is 25 hours. So, a lot of content. I think I read somewhere there's over 1 million words in the actual script for this game. It's... And I'm loving it. But anyway, back to the evil apes duking it out on the big ball over and over again. I'm not drunk enough and I haven't smoked enough cigarettes to be able to do the rasp of the limbic system when it goes into that. But anyway.
No, I would say the apes were neutral.
She looks at you, her gaze sharp. Sounds like evil to me. They're good apes, actually. Okay. Neutral. Well, we don't even know who got shot in the head, so who knows? We're taking interesting perspectives. Let's see where she's going. Or you know what? It's always best to go with your own fractured mind, so... No, I'm gonna stick with my guns.
On the other hand, maybe you're right.
She turns north to the bombed-out buildings lining the waterfront. Okay. It is very huge, Mr. Drew. This game is... It's got the content. And, I need to get another Coke. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle. Sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then. But no, that's truly a kerfuffle. That's right.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
I had a deluge too, in my head. Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side? I think I'm gonna go with number 1.
Yes, an acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse.
I'm not that dumb, lady. Just because you have an English accent does not make you better than me. But did anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
That sounds downright English to me.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I loved that king. Fucking communists. No. Once again, apparently the way I've been playing this game, according to my stats, I'm like a rank 5 communist, rank 5 ultra liberal, and rank 3 moralist. So, no, not fucking communists. But, no, that's a smart king. But I don't care about kings. Tell me one more thing. See, I'm a brains over brawn guy already, so, I would be thinking, yeah, smart king.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
So, who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
How did the liberals win it all? But yeah, by liberals, you mean, what's your definition of a liberal, lady?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
So then, yeah, how did the liberals win it all? And yeah, ultra-liberal, especially, the way they're describing it, really does sound more like neoliberal to me. But
they didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
She's one of them. Of course.
So if everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything. Who are the coalition? Well, wait doesn't move the story forward, as we know from the loading screen. If something starts with wait or hold on, it's just to give extra context. It's not to move the story forward. So we get to answer both. So I'm gonna go in order.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
So who are the coalition then?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head.
So centrists, really.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
I don't think I'm a moralist, man. Like, I really don't. Not the way that I've been playing this guy. Like, I've had hints of moralism, but yeah, it's showing me as kind of tied between communist and ultra-liberal. By the way that I've been going about answering it. And I've kind of half been playing it, like, half of it's been, like, if I was playing a character, and half of it's been me. So, you know, not just technically, practically, for a moment, there was hope. Oh my god. Smugness there. If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am, and also not. I am part of the neutral planet, so if you see my wife, tell her I say hello. I am definitely not that neutral. I'm not going to a beige alert. I don't think I'm a moralist, man.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
Fuck this game, man. Rudy tooty pointy shooty indeed.
That's the way of history.
So, when was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question.
Your smug Britishness precedes you.
The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
So, who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
Where did it spread from?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
So what came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
I've got my necktie. My necktie is a good thing. And yes, kerfuffle is one of the best words to be able to use, Mr. Drew. I agree with you completely. I love to be able to use the word kerfuffle. Also, malarkey. Malarkey is just fun to say out loud. Like Tony Shalhoub, the most fun actor name to yell randomly whenever you feel like it. Try it. Tony Shalhoub! Anyway. Our lives are very different from each other. What is the zone of control? And what happened in the rest of the world precede? Okay, so we'll just go through these guys in order then.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Ooh, yes, Mr. Drew. Shenanigans is also a very fun word. But what is the zone of control you keep speaking of?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
That is... Yeah, so basically, I guess each mental tree has one of these. Because when I played one of the other characters I had a physique of 5, so, like, my shivers kept on going off randomly, giving me insights into things happening in other parts of the city while I'm doing my investigation. Esprit de Corps is psych, is basically your psych that keeps you in tune with cops and cop culture. So every now and then, since I have a really high esprit de corps with this character, it keeps flashing back to my precinct and I can see what's going on at the time that I'm doing things, which is nifty. It's a cool thing.
The Zone of Control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the Suzerain and the Commune.
So then, what happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
It's been like this for how long exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
So we live in the Cayman Islands, basically? Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
Curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Ooh, another task got completed. Reality lowdown. Nice. So, let me ask you, what would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I asked you, who are you in all this? I would have sought a medical solution. It sounds like the Sarath drove those people mad. I would have killed more. 400 million if that's what it took. I would have made off with the mineral rights. No, I asked you, though. Who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Well, finding a medical solution, as we know, having been living through a pandemic for the last year, drives people mad anyway. Or at least idiots. Oh, I am becoming very disco enough. This is kind of torn on this one, but I'm not picking that, because that's the boring cop answer, and I'm not a boring cop. I'm a fucking superstar. I mean, I've got the swanky metal boots that no one else in any of the precincts have, because they didn't think to steal them off a dead guy. They also didn't think to fucking boil the fucking dead flesh and corpse stink off him like I did before I put him on, eh? Eh? That's called being clever with your footwear. And avoiding athlete's foot of the damned. You know what? I would have made off with the mineral rights.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution.
Yeah, well.
What was, I guess.
Yes, I guess. Are you also going to be a fucking superstar? Because I think I saw you saying, that you just started this as well, right, Venture Moose? Yes, definitely do. And thank you for coming in and sticking around and supporting the stream, man. Really appreciate it. Anyway, that's enough about these times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Now's your chance. Ask her who she is. She won't get out this time.
All right. Well, if this is my chance now, seriously, I want to know what you are. Oh my god, she did the Homer Simpson Stop dodging, lady. What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Hello.
I am an ultra.
Dios mío! Draw across. A liberal! That's a little on the nose for the times we find ourselves in now. Cool. I liberate myself pretty hard. I don't understand. What's so vile about that? Wait. What's an ultra?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't mean like some kind of ultra supernatural vile evil being that I suddenly get warped into a hell state dimension, completely shattering the entire narrative this game has weaved so far to have to fight in one-on-one combat right now. Glad that didn't happen. I have actually been kind of liberating pretty hard, as well as communisming pretty hard, which is interesting. And I'm definitely not like, no, but yeah. I don't understand what's so vile about that. But no, I have been liberating pretty hard.
No, not like me. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp who pushed the king under a shitwagon and betrayed the revolution. Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? No, I think not. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
I forgive you, but only because you're charming. Playing it up for the ladies. I forgive you. You're a monster! Yeah, sure, I'll sweet talk her, why not?
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
Vile do you? Wanna fuck? Oh, man. Okay, I think we're entering romance option territory. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do in this game. Shake your head slowly.
I hope we're able to continue as friends, despite my scaly bulk and my intimidating liberal credentials. This was not the plan all along. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
How did we get to that from... Oh, well. I guess I should have gone for the wanna fuck and seen how that played out. But oh well. What would you have... Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
See, I was trying to, like, flirt suave, not get back into a political discussion, but okay.
Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
I think we can go through these in order.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing. Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here. Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
Could put another into esprit de corps. Raise that stat even higher. And that might make that roll a little bit easier.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Sure. Let's try it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Okay, let's see if we can get this roll. I might even just save scum this until I get a success.
6 kilometers southwest
Don't need to.
in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again.
I guess Tequila Sunrise is me.
We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia?
Preciso mundo.
Good. And what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
That is for the who I am part, then. What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
So I'm basically a thrall to foreign interests? Basically a lackey of capital? So basically I'm one of the good guys? So basically, I'm going to avoid this subject and ask the next question in this line of inquiry.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it.
She leans in.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you. So permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police, the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
Well, good, because now I just gotta ask, lady, what is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward? I meant, what place is this? Keep guessing. Torn. Both of those are really good. No, I'm too self-aggrandizing to find myself awkward.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
Are you saying I'm ruined? What? Really? Yeah, that sounds a little bit better.
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
Ah, well, I meant what this place is here.
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or 2.
What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, a red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong, But from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful. We're in Martinez,
Oh.
baby.
We've already done this one.
A casual term of endearment popular among the... Aren't we? Martinez, you would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution.
Tell me
It
another,
has its
perhaps
charms,
even more
just
fundamental
not this
aspect
time of
of
year.
reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
So, what is that? Points to Cindy the skull.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Huh. I kind of understand what she means on a personal level, but anyway. Okay, now explain the same thing but to a child. I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
She takes a leisurely sip of tea.
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I think I may be part of an infraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see that, yes. I dabbled in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. I assure you, it was a thoroughly supracultural phenomenon. All permeating. Downright mandatory. Nothing infra about disco, baby.
Your disco? She kind of alluded to being so, like, in that Martinez baby discussion that we had, like, last stream, really, that I just kind of zoomed through because we'd already gone through it. And this woman has so much dialogue that you can go through. But it's all really interesting.
Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me.
The new?
The new. A cultural era. And the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary Revachol. It was ultra-liberal. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now.
Sounds fun. I can't remember a single thing. Champagne? That doesn't sound like anything I'd be into. I'm straight edge. Pfft, bullshit! He better be saying that sarcastically, if saying that at all. I'm going with number one.
Wasn't it Guillaume Le Million who said, if you can remember the new, you weren't there?
For some reason, your mind is a veritable repository of Guillaume Le Million lyrics, trivia, and B-sides. But the time to explore this is when you're alone, facing a mirror perhaps. Right now, it would derail the reality lowdown.
Well, you know, I think we're done because that's impossible. For now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No, that's all for now, but thanks. I'm gonna go continue my collecting of stuff as a hobo who collects bottles for cash. Actually, I think I'm out of bottles and stuff, so it might actually be time to turn in for the night and move on to day 2 of this game. Because there's no real point for me. Like, there's nothing that I can do, even quest-wise, in terms of breaking into places after 2 a.m. when everyone is asleep. So, yeah, I think it's a good time to call it a night for our disco cop. Let's see where we go from there. I want to start thinking about my armor. Sorry, Kim. Actually, yeah, no. Ace is high first. Our partner, I've grown to really like Kim. So, he gets a little bit more. We'll go for Fairweather T500 on the next one of these I unlock. Oh, wow. He finally got up and left.
Can I help you?
Nope. Goodbye, Gart. Time for us to go to sleep and wake up and talk to Kim. And I think that'll probably be where we end this stream as well. Just out of curiosity. No, can't do anything. $23 bottles, wow. That is a bag of holding.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Well, let's see if we can unravel the mystery of the expression before bed.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
I can easily save scum this. At the end of the day, it is a die roll, and I have an over 50% chance
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It belongs in
See?
the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air, Boîte de Nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
I like how the picture zoomed out a little bit more with this realization. That's kind of a nice touch. I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. How long ago was the new? 20 years ago. Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? Does this have anything to do with ostentatious orchestrations? I think we're gonna go start up on the top one.
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
No, the stardust is still there, Encyclopedia. I am a superstar. Maybe I do feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it, like...
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
It's official. Gonna have to add it.
Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because, unlike Guillaume le Million, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
I am a fan of any police... Well, no, actually, that came out wrong. I am a fan of anyone who uses finger guns. Police officers using finger guns in real life might be problematic. Like, police officers in pride parades firing water guns at the crowd. That's just... That always looked like a weird image to me. But anyway, I digress. How long ago was the new?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Well, is there anything else? Like, who am I? What did I do? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
So does this have anything to do with ostentatious orchestrations?
Not really. OO must have just stirred your mind. They're more like a disco rock band anyway.
Okay, well, I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Oh, it's already returning, baby. I gotta get my electrochemistry up. +2 to know the origin. Acquire a copy of the city map. now have an official thought for Guillaume de Million. -1 logic head in the clouds. Whatever happened to Guillaume de Million? Who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust? Or did he simply stand at the corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlit boîte de nuit 20 years ago? Spare thought for his great ass, too. Or, wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. I wish I could internalize it, but I need to gain another level. And we just literally gained another level. So, be a little while before I get that other 95 experience.
The fan stands still. The lights are off again.
Good. I think this is the bed.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yep, it's time to go to bed. Crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
It doesn't? So what comes? Kuno in the night to try and slit my throat?
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep. Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Whoa. I was not expecting that. So obviously we're going back to the spot where we spent most of yesterday afternoon and morning. Whoa, we got disco lights here, baby. This is trippa. Okay. Alright, so yeah, looks like the only thing I can... Yeah. Only thing you can search in here is me. I like how there's a disco ball hanging from one end of the belt and me on the other.
the scent of your childhood.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. What is this? Or better yet, pull a Harry Mason from Silent Hill. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Alright. It's official now. His name is Harry. I was born in a hospital where people go to die?
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is! I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. No, I think that's pretty... You said... who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to get back. I can get it all back. I already have it all. So yeah, I can get it all back. I was a superstar once before, and I still see myself as a superstar.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Talked to you before because obviously you are the fucking ancient reptilian brain.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Well, hopefully just stinky from sweat, because that can mean a lot.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
trying to solve this case. That is a very dreamlike thought and answer. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that for sure.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type? It's better than what? No.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
The limbic system really is the weirdest part of my mind.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that then? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting. Rejuvenating. Is that how it's gonna be now when I close my eyes? That was remembering, is what that was. Or trying to through subconscious dream state, but yeah.
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Wait, what chick?
You don't know? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does.
The hell is going on with
You
me?
mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening? No, that's not it. Really, I feel super good.
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Electrochemistry just loves its
You're
amphetamines.
too weak to say no now.
Aw.
Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
If I need to get more of it, then detecting is my life. No, I can't take this. I'm not going to look for speed. What is this game's classification of speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
So adrenaline or magnesium. Or the whatever that magnesium stuff was that I was like taking to keep my morale up every time I got drunk. Or took morale damage.
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
Alright,
Of course.
I'll opt in.
Martinez is Speed Central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose. You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
Find speed and sniff it. Cool. Well, start of a new day, which means I should probably save this for a future stream. I mean, we're going to have to actually properly bag and tag that body, and I got to call Alice and find out about the Boots serial number. Ah, so it breaks the tasks up by what you get per day, too. So we're on Tuesday now. And first quest is to find speed and sniff it. Cool. Well, that's what we will do next time we pick this up. And thank you very much, everyone who tuned in to catch some of this live. Shoutouts to Mr. Drew and Mr. Venturemoose for sounding off in the chat and commiserating with us and all that. And yeah, we will continue with Disco Elysium later on. Until then, y'all stay safe. You have a good night. Drink responsibly so you don't end up like our poor disco cop here, unless you want to end up like him, in which case I have questions. But y'alls have a good one. And I'll see y'all next time. Cheers to you too, audio boy, and good night.